it's Global Bob, and this is my adventure channel. So for my regular viewers, you'll notice today I'm dressed a bit different. I have traded in my long sleeve sun shirt, my backpack with 25 pounds of items in it, and my hiking boots. Because today I'm exploring Celebration, Florida. Celebration is a town that was put together by the Disney Corporation and is now the home of many residents. On this adventure, we're going to explore all of nature's wonders and beauty that coexist in this town of many. Come on, let's go on an adventure. The Downtown and Lakes Trail. For those that have been to Celebration before, you will notice the Bohemian Hotel, and this is Lake Reinhardt. Most people, when they come, they're visiting the downtown area. Restaurants such as the Columbia and the ice cream shop and the dog shop that are all right on what they call Market Street. But today we are going to explore the scenic trails, something that I did not know was available here at Celebration. Looks like you can purchase some food from the nearby supermarket and come out and have you a cookout. This nice pavilion here with a picnic table. Looking back over the lake towards the Boheme Hotel. And just off from this pavilion, we see a piece of natural Florida. This is a cabbage palm. The sign indicates that cabbage palm is native to Florida. It gets to be a medium height palm of 30 to 60 feet. It's got slow to medium growth, very drought tolerant. And look at that. It is the Florida state tree. Here's our first little bit of nature here. Here's a squirrel. Now, one of the myths of Celebration is that all the wildlife here are animatronic, or some of them are. And that simply is not true. No animatronics here. This is the first of many boardwalks from what I understand. I have not been on this adventure, so we are discovering everything for the first time myself. So it looks like the Lake Reinhardt here is draining off, probably from the last rain that we got. I'm sure all of this is funneling its way into Reedy Creek. Beautiful boardwalk here. Here's another bit of wildlife. Looks like this bird is hanging out, probably looking for something to catch for dinner. And it's just amazing that they bring all this people and businesses and things together. We've come to a warning sign that is instructing people, mostly those that are probably not native to Florida, to the fact that it is a violation of Florida law to feed or harass alligators. So no feeding, harassing, molesting, disturbing, none of that with the alligators, please. Here's another little bit of wildlife. We've come upon another bird. He's hanging out. Looks like he's trying to dry his or her wings off. He's just kind of chilling. Probably enjoying watching the people go by. So this trail has a little offshoot here, maybe to observe some of the natural habitat. But over here, here's a sign that shows some of the birds. Some of these birds we have seen. So the water birds they have here is a wood duck, snowy egret, great blue heron, double-crested cormorant, sandhill crane, I do not know how to say the next one, and a blue heron. Continuing down the downtown and lakes loop, we come up on another sign. This one is talking about the wild animals we may see while we're on our adventure. We have the wild hog, the raccoon, the possum, armadillo, gray fox, and wild turkey. That's just amazing that you have the possibility of seeing these animals this close to where we have people living and businesses operating. So it does show that people and animals can coexist. The third boardwalk for today. As another note to folks not to feed the squirrels, but look at this. This is just absolutely amazing. Florida in all of its natural beauty. So as this boardwalk comes to an end, we're at an intersection. We can either turn left or right. It looks like to the left there is another boardwalk, so why don't we go check that out? I'm glad they have this sign up here. If not, every bird that I see, I would have to Google it. But now, if I see a bird, chances are it's one of these. I'll know exactly what it is. The top there is a cardinal, followed by a blue jay, the mournful, the tough titmouse, that's kind of a cool name, the barred owl, and the common mockingbird. Really neat. Really glad they put these signs up, because if not, I would be having to Google them whenever I see them. Most people see caution. Boardwalks may be slippery at any time. I see it as the little girl pulling the little boy around. Or maybe the little boy's chasing the little girl. No, it looks like they're holding hands. So cute. We're coming up on another boardwalk. And wow, this is just amazing. We have crossed 4 boardwalks since we've started this trail. And these things are just neat. You get to kind of walk over the water here and continue on this trail. It is the middle of the day. It's nice and overcast. But moreover, it looks like there's tons of places around this trail to sit and relax. And if I've not lost count yet, I would say this is about our 5th boardwalk. And this is kind of like walking through a movie set. Kind of like a little private path. Boardwalk is kind of zigzagging back and forth, probably to slow bike traffic down. So this would definitely be a nice place to hang out on a hot day. This is probably some of the tributaries to creeks and stuff around here that we've seen flowing out of the lakes that we've been walking around. I'm just finding this place absolutely amazing. Whenever I was doing research for this, I didn't see too much on just the trails. You know, a lot of people film down at Market Street and downtown, but I didn't realize there were so many boardwalks and the nature and the way that it would be incorporated into this community. So you could be living a very nice house with all the amenities of a very modern town, and then just steps away you can be cruising through a boardwalk through the middle of scenery that is indicative of what old Florida looked like. Something that I wanted to show everybody, and some may know this, some may not, but these cypress trees have root systems that go down, but they also have systems that come up to the surface in the form of cypress knees. Most people don't realize those cypress knees is how the tree breathes. So if you have cypress trees, you really need to ensure that you don't damage the knees too much, or else you could damage the trees. This path I'm venturing down is pretty cool because you get to see the back side of the houses. Whenever I've driven through Celebration, I've only seen the front sides, but this is the back sides. And look at these amazing houses. Have this lake or pond in the backyard, and this trail just beyond that. So this is something that's pretty neat. You see a box that's holding back the water, but it does have cuts in it. And so what they've done is make like an artesian type well. That lake is higher than where this other side here is, and so that water is actually flowing underground and coming back up through this side. So what you have is a very nice calming sound without water running underground and bubbling up over here. This is one of the many birds that we've seen. And here's some more birds just hanging out, munching down. This time they're probably having them a little bit of lunch, which is sounding pretty good right about now. As we continue on, we have a little fork in the road, just like on many of my adventures. So we can either go to the right or we can go to the left. To the right is another boardwalk, and that one I must say is pretty immaculate. Look at that. And it most likely leads into that neighborhood on the other side, where the residents can take a little shortcut to get over on this trail. But we're going to continue to the left because we want to see where this adventure takes us. And look at this view. As we round this turn, we are greeted with another pond. Something just jumped over there. And of course, with it being Florida, it's not complete without a thunderstorm threatening to cut this venture short. But look at this. Look at this house. This house has a water slide. Do you see that? A water slide that goes from the topmost story down into a pool. That's not one of those small slides either. So if your neighbor has a slide, you might as well put in a water slide. Do you see the slide here that comes out of the house? And this looks like a house that's being built or getting a swimming pool put in, the third one, you can rest assured that if 2 neighbors have water slides, the third one will too. Just amazing. And this is one of the birds that we've seen on the sign back there. This is the great blue heron. We're getting a little bit of rain, a little sprinkle going on, but it's Florida. It's to be expected. And he is not fazed one bit, he or she, by me walking by. It's just awesome. Wow. All my adventures are adventures. And this one is no exception. I had just got done filming part 1 of the adventure, the trails around Celebration, felt a few drops, and here come the rain. However, if you do have to shelter, what a better place to do it than right here. So I highly recommend everybody come out, go for a walk around the trails, and if you like, you can bring your bicycle, and they also have bicycle rentals here. Lots of nature, lots of scenery, lots of beautiful homes, and just a real good outing. But if it's in the summertime, don't do what I did and leave your umbrella at home. Until the next time.